Rundown is presented by Rocky Boots. Over 85 years of Rocky Boots out here. They've been making the world's most rugged boots and apparel. Whether you're talking about being on the job site or huddling up around the campfire when you're out with your friends or family camping, they've got clothing and boots that do it all. They're versatile. They're comfortable. They're quality materials. They don't fall apart. They last. Stylish and performance gear. So whether you're a working man or you just like being comfortable in manly looking clothes, like I feel like Brandon, maybe you're a little bit of an outdoorsy guy.
A little bit, yes.
Yeah?
I was bass fishing the day I got hired.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Are you a big hiking mountain guy?
I own multiple pair of Rocky boots.
Yeah. See, I would be doing it for the effect.
I bought my wife Rocky boots right before she left.
Really?
Yeah. She came back.
You and the kids, the whole family decked out in
Everybody's
Rocky boots?
got Rocky boots, yeah.
You guys, do you train your kids to fight bears and shit, fight off wild
Don't
animals?
really have to train them. It's more of an instinct at this point.
So whether you're that or I'd be like, I'm gonna go to a brunch in my new boots. But either way, Rocky Boots has you covered. And right now, when you use the code Rundown, you get 25% off your next pair of boots. That's RockyBoots.com. Promo code Rundown. I'll start off today. It's an NFL Monday.
Yes.
Yesterday was one of those days at Barstool, at least. There was something in the air. There was something going on. It was like a bloody Sunday for all of the OG Barstool cities.
Really?
And I was watching it unfold.
Boston?
So the Pats got massacred.
Well, they're not very good.
Right. Well,
they're not very good.
I mean, it was pretty fucking bad. The Giants, their season's over again.
They're embarrassing.
The
Giants, they should give up.
Jets did what the Jets do. And
the Washington football team.
Awful.
Done.
Yeah.
Yep. And
where did that defense go?
And then the worst of all, the Bears. I didn't watch the game, and as I was thinking about this bloodbath of Barstool teams, I started to just go through the stats, and I saw the box score, and I was like, this can't be right.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
47. So I added it up, and I just was rushing and rushing, receiving. I'm like, they barely cracked 100. I didn't see that there was 9 sacks for almost 70 yards. They had 47 total yards.
Myles Garrett had 4.5 sacks by himself. But this idiot, this coach, called plays like Andy Dalton was his quarterback.
Yeah.
He kept calling pocket passing plays. Justin Fields would just drop back.
And
they didn't block anybody.
Every time.
And Jason Peters, what'd you say, should have retired 10 years ago?
At least. First ballot Hall of Famer.
He's getting his quarterback killed, and they're not doing anything different. They're just running Andy Dalton plays. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, they have 5 guys going out on pass routes every single time. At least Jimmy Graham's not the best blocking tight end ever. Get him in there for a little chip every once in a while.
Just make a little contact.
And
Myles Garrett's really fucking good.
Yeah, but rookie QBs are best when they have to go through 5 progressions and stand back.
That's why they got to be careful with Fields because you watched it with what Adam Gase did to Darnold. You get a young guy with any little bit of promise, and you have a bad head coach who's just fucking him up. Darnold's lucky he got out. You look what happened. It's look, he can flourish. He's a good quarterback.
This will be the only year that Matt Nagy coaches. He'll be out very, very soon.
Why not just fucking pull it now, man?
I think they know kind of what they're doing for self-survival. Nagy and that GM, they're snakes. But they might say, okay, Justin Fields isn't ready. Put in Nick Foles this week. Win a couple ball games. Get back in the mix. They're about survival.
I think they've been able to engage the survivor mechanism long enough. I think they've gotten to the extent that they can get. Now it's time they got to go.
You either have to win by now. You've
Yeah,
survived, and now you have to earn it.
They've gotten by. They've put off, and then they drafted a quarterback that bought them another year. But now when you put the quarterback in and you put him in a position to fail,
massacre.
And I don't know if Justin Fields will be good. None of the rookie quarterbacks are good yet.
No.
Mac Jones stinks. Jets guy stinks. Trevor Lawrence is bad. Nobody's good yet, but they will get good in time. You got to at least call plays to their strengths.
The Jets, I'm genuinely at the point where I'm like, what is the point?
There is no
and
point.
I've said that for many years.
There's no point.
There's no.
But I was
no
like,
point.
but there was always something. There was a tank to we're gonna tank and we're gonna get Trevor Lawrence.
Right.
Or even as I was tanking, I would tune in.
Couldn't even tank right.
I fucking hate Adam Gase. Or I could watch with some emotion. Sometimes it's anger and hatred. Sometimes there's hope for the future with a quarterback or a draft pick. And now this one's you got your new head coach who might be good, so he deserves a little bit of time.
Right.
Zach Wilson is the same thing over and over and over again that we've seen where it's it's not his fault, but he's also probably not going to be good.
Now, wait a
There's
minute.
no real, what?
He improved tremendously. He didn't throw 4 interceptions this week.
Yeah. Still holding the ball a little too long. His mom, though.
Hey,
You got that.
Mama Wilson's always going to be out there.
Is she attractive?
Allegedly.
Is that the thing?
She's
I
attractive
don't
and
judge people by
she's feisty.
beauty or
She
lack
mixes
of.
it up on social
The
media.
pictures of him used as memes look like they get younger and younger every
I
week.
know this is silly, I think that was the moment his career ended.
The picture of him looking like a 12-year-old boy?
That and the draft night, there's a video where it's like all of the top 10 picks or something, and they're all these enormous guys, and he was like, he looked like so uneasy, like, can I take a picture? Oh no, you guys go first. And it was just like, this dude's gonna command a locker room and run a team.
In New York City.
But maybe he will, maybe he won't. But I know that not with this offensive line, not with the weapons they have around him or lack thereof. And I'm just like, why?
You know what
do I do this?
You know what is nice though? You're getting in new generations of this hatred, like the 12-year-old kid
Oh,
just bashing
he's
the
great.
Jets on social media.
He's great.
It's
That
very
kid,
refreshing.
3 shirts for that kid who tells it exactly like it is. He's the Stephen Che of mocking him, of
No, that
mocking
kid's
the
interesting.
Jets.
He's great.
That is the Jets in a
He's
nutshell,
Stephen
though.
Che, but with a life.
And you know what?
Right,
I'm happy
yeah.
to announce, and I think you'll agree with this. Maybe you already have because you have a brain sometimes. I think Giants fans have admitted they're a joke.
Oh yeah, I mean the Giants are. It's easy to get. It's like, oh well, they won those 2 Super Bowls, but for the past 5 years, Giants have been not the worst team in football.
Over the last 7 years, I want to say 5 or 7. I can't remember what the tweet was. The identical record, Jets and Giants. They're both tied for the worst in the NFL over the last 5 or 7 years. It's like
that's embarrassing for both of you motherfuckers.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But the Jets and their fans know it. You know what I mean?
Giants fans.
The Giants
Giants lost
now
to
they
the
know. But there
John
was a
Mara
couple
got
years
booed
ago.
at halftime yesterday of the Eli ceremony. That was like a big step. It's like finally people realized that John Mara is.
Oh, and
You want to talk about like a pivotal
my
Watch
God.
it. Listen, finally we saw some accountability. Mara kicked over
that
garbage
picture
cans.
was so funny.
Imagine
the garbage
old
can
Mara.
slightly tipped over.
You goddamn, you lost again. But they finally know that they are. Like, you can't make fun of the Jets anymore. It's like, you're just as fucking bad, and you have been for a long time.
I was at a point yesterday where I was like, it'd be nice if the Jets, New York just needs a little hope in football.
Because
in one of these teams
the
not be
indifference
hard?
is the problem. Like next week, no one's gonna get excited in New York for football.
Yeah, I feel bad for New York
both
fans.
seasons are fucking
I
over.
think they actually beat the Saints next week. Call me
I
crazy.
mean, Blake
who?
Martinez.
You're crazy.
The who?
Giants beat the Saints.
What, football?
Yes.
That would have been an old Giants win. Like maybe when they had Eli, the seasons they were bad, they'd win these
They would
random
always
games.
squeak. Yeah.
There's no
Now
excuse
there's-
losing the
there's
Falcons.
not.
The Falcons are one of the worst teams in football.
No, I know.
Gettleman's
At
going. Joe
home.
Judge, okay, you can't lose 0-2 game against the Falcons, like pivotal for your career.
I'm not out on Judge yet.
Dude,
Gettleman should be
You
shot.
need to fire Jason Garrett off this team
And
and
what
into
about
the
Danny
fucking
Dimes?
sun.
Daniel Jones has actually been okay this year, but the nicest compliment we're giving to Daniel Jones is he's not the reason we lost.
Right, I know.
Eventually, you need a quarterback who's like, he's the reason we won.
Yes, that's where I was with all of these Jets quarterbacks. At some point, have a moment of like, well, he's got no line, or he's got no options, or he's got no coaching, and I'm like, that's all true. But you also have to have something there.
You're home against the Falcons. You need to score more than 14
That's what I mean.
points.
And, like,
I
no
know
matter
his play
what else
calling's
happens.
awful and the offensive line's awful, but just I want a guy who can figure
If
it out.
you are someone, if you're even a little bit real, you're playing the Falcons at home. I don't care about all the other extenuating circumstances. You fucking move the ball and score it. Yes.
Why are we talking about these two shitty-ass teams?
What do you want to talk about?
We're talking about Justin Tucker kicking a 66-yard field goal,
Which
to
should have
win
been
the
a
game.
71-yard field goal.
And
Which
should,
you probably still would have made.
I know.
someone.
he would have figured out how to make it.
Now,
He's the best
do we-
kicker in the history of the game.
No doubt. Do we know if the play clock the graphic was wrong?
They always do this weird thing, like the
But
back
that was
judge.
bad.
The back judge always lets it get to 0, and then he counts another beat.
Yeah.
Always.
What the fuck is that?
It's weird. It's crazy.
But the TV,
Yeah.
it was a solid 1,
Yeah.
2
Yeah.
afterwards.
What?
You're riding up a little there. I don't know.
Yeah, that's fine. Let them
Let
see
the
it.
people
Let
see.
them
Yeah,
see it. This
fucking-
thing's made 4 kids. This is an efficient penis.
Wow.
Look at it. Yeah.
Wow.
Bang.
This thing's made 4 kids.
okay.
That was
Get your Rocky boots
So
out.
whatever. They botched that call probably. I believe that there was a
He
play
made
before
a
that. They botched-
66-yarder, though.
that is, and it's. I swear to God, if that's against any other team in the league, or at least there's probably a couple others that would have suffered that fate of the doink and
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
Like that. Yes, Justin Tucker made that, but if he's not kicking against the Lions, I don't know if it happens because it's just. Have you seen the video? Of the
It's
guy
a
who's
perfect
filming
way
it?
for the Lions to lose. Yeah.
He's watching. He films it. He comes back. He's like, Lions fans knew that was going to happen.
Dude,
Like,
Lions
it's
are going to be
just-
the greatest 2-14 team, 2-15 team the world's ever seen.
But here's the thing about that game and about the game last night.
boot, man.
Winner team's going to learn it's not if you score. If you need to score, it's not if you score. It's when you score. You can't leave
Because
Aaron
Aaron
Rodgers
Rodgers.
or Lamar Jackson a second because if you do, they will figure out a way to get you beat. Now, Aaron
Worked for
Rodgers.
Patrick Mahomes.
Aaron Rodgers.
What? So
Worked out for Patrick Mahomes yesterday.
Yeah, he didn't. Boy, they're 1 and 2. They're not doing
No.
great. But Aaron Rodgers, 37 seconds.
No timeouts.
No timeouts. Easy peasy.
Yep.
It wasn't even.
You know what I'm getting a little bit sick of? The fans who take a picture of themselves and say, like, it started with that one dude who said they left in too much time. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Now everybody is doing that, and if it hits, you go viral, and if it doesn't, you're fine.
It's
you know what I mean?
low risk, high reward.
Right.
What are you
and
going to
so
do?
the kid
Smart.
said last night,
People
37
figure out
seconds.
the internet.
Yeah.
And but at one time it was pure. At one time it was real. Like that one scene where the Cowboys fans are all celebrating, and the Rodgers fan is like, nah, they left too much time. That one was real. These other ones I think are phony. But the point for sure stands. Like
you can't leave them anytime.
And you have to, or like if you do, it's got to be like they have to score a touchdown there, and then maybe you can lose some time on the clock. But if you're going to leave time on the clock and settle for the field goal, you're fucked.
Yeah, the Lions kicked a field goal to go up on the Ravens, but the Niners had to score a touchdown.
Right.
So I understand why they scored. They had to score. But boy, when you look up that clock, it says 37. You just know it's got to be a sinking feeling because you know what's about to happen.
Anything else around the NFL? We got no. That's it. We'll do a little college football in a second, but I think the Ryder Cup is almost the second biggest story, biggest sports of the weekend, especially here in the Barstool world.
Well, it was an ass kicking.
America just throws their dick down like 1776 style. 19-9 was the final, I believe, right? And
that's a biblical ass whipping.
Yeah,
in the Ryder Cup.
That is, and for a country, didn't we lose like 10 years in a row, or like?
No, we lost 7 out of the last 9.
7 of the last 9, just absolute dominance from Europe. And then kind of the exact opposite happens, where we were always like the divas and we weren't a cohesive team, and we were just slugging beers and fucking singing the Star Spangled Banner on their
and
asses.
shit.
Yeah, man. I mean, that was those guys. We got Bryson and Brooks hugging it out. I mean, that was as like cool as golf gets. That was like fuck yeah, golf.
We
man.
definitely want to talk about the Riggs thing. I know we will in a second, but Bryson steps up to these tees and decides, I'm hitting it. This is a 420-yard hole. I'm going to hit it on the green. And you're supposed to be against him. What do?
Yeah.
You don't do anything.
No,
the guy
you
just steps up and pulls his dick out and says, it's a par 5. I'm going to hit it 450
it's Happy
yards.
Gilmore. I'll just beat him now.
Yeah.
I'll just get on the green and
there's
win.
There's nothing you can do. And I do like when the villain.
I'm a Bryson guy.
I do like when the villain. I like him too.
Yeah.
When the villain becomes beloved in a moment, like
because it's America.
Oh, we need him now.
Yeah.
Oh, we need him. Oh, wow, look, this guy's got a skill set. Let's fucking go, Bryson.
And it's like you don't usually. Like I said, I'm a Bryson guy, so I do. Most people are not rooting for him, so you never get the chance to root for this guy this Hulk who just like walks out there and you see him teeing it up, and you know that shit's about to go 1,000 miles. But ordinarily, most people are rooting for Brooks or they're against him.
Which is weird because
I don't like
this skill set should be
the one that everyone loves.
The most popular one in golf.
Absolutely.
Because John Daly was beloved. He was a drunk and he was fat, and we all loved him.
Slob. Brooks is like ripped.
Well, not but Bryce.
Oh, Bryce.
Yeah.
But
I guess you're right.
The drinking and cigars,
John Daly was
and all that. The mullet, that was Daly.
But he was also beloved because he hit the ball a mile. Yeah.
But because Bryson does like I learned the fucking wind resistance of the dimples on the ball.
He does that like he figured out golf.
I fucking dominate.
Yeah.
But
so Rick was rooting for Europe.
The best part is that this was the chance because you got to root for him because of America. Because who would root against America?
Yeah,
Why would anybody in this glorious country
have to be a fucking asshole.
root against the U.S. of A?
I'll say this:
fucking dick.
he is reaping the rewards of his failure right now. If there was any justice in this great country of ours, he would have to live abroad for like 6 months.
I like that.
He basically does.
I mean, he probably does. We don't even know.
Yeah.
He could. We don't know that he hasn't been in Scotland.
And it'd probably be good for him. He'd probably show up at like St. Andrews or some shit.
Yeah. But he
They
does
cry for weeks after that shit.
Finest golf courses.
I think it should be, I don't know. You don't get to root for any American golfers in the majors.
No. Love it or leave it. Get out of the country
Like,
for 6 months.
If Tiger was in it, no, you're not allowed to. Any of your favorites that are American, I don't want to see you cheering for him in any of the majors races.
You have
That's
to pick.
your fucking punishment. You picked Europe.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
You got to ride with John Rahm for the rest of your life.
And I love that every top dog was giving it to Riggs.
Oh, it was Justin Thomas, right? That walked up to him.
JT walked right up to him like, how'd that feel, man? Like, good game. You came in second. I love that too. Hey, second place, man. No big deal.
Yeah.
So he just got dunked on
Top 100%.
all weekend.
And it was a great dap that he gave to Trent while he was looking
beautiful.
He was looking dead at Riggs.
Yeah,
Just,
I loved it. That is one of the worst feelings as a blogger. When I don't want to say it was like a shtick because he did.
Well, it was a shtick.
But he did pick them for like a reason that he did mean
But it
in
was,
the moment.
it was totally a shtick.
It wasn't like they got together and were like, yo, I'm going to root for the Europe and you guys are. It was more like, I don't like that they left Kisner off. Fuck this. They're not going to win anyway. So let me play up this Europe thing. And then when you do that, some sort of little game like that, and then it completely backfires on the field or on the court or on the ice, whatever. It's the worst feeling. And for it to be a 4-day event where it just keeps going and going.
You know it's going to happen. It's the devil effect.
We also got
absolutely.
the clip. Yeah. We also got the clip of Justin Thomas, which was
hard
to replicate.
Well, that's
that.
where he's, raising like, oh, I made all this happen.
Yeah.
But it's like you also know on the inside he was dying all weekend to drink a beer with those guys or hug them or be like, yes, America and golf. And instead he was just a Benedict Arnold.
You were saying beforehand, fuck Riggs.
Riggs Arnold. Fuck Riggs? No, I love Riggs. I'm just saying, love it or leave it. Get out of the country for 6 months. That should be the punishment.
6 months.
6 months.
I'm telling you, he will take, like, that's not, he's going to go golf.
He's watching this, he's like, pretty good idea.
Like Dubai or some shit.
Yeah. Expense all the, you'll be in South Africa, just going course to course.
Second half of the rundown brought to you by Simply Safe. Bottom line is Simply Safe is not only the best home security equipment and service and system out there, but they finally upped their offer to some major discounts and offers here. Right now, when you go to simplysafe.com/rundown, you get the Simply Safe wireless outdoor security camera. Plus, you get your first month of monitoring service for free, and you get 20% off your entire system. It used to just be like, hey, we're the best in the business. Go get our system, and people still did it. Now you're gonna get the camera, you get 20% off, you get your first month free, and that comes with HD cameras and sensors and motion detectors and alarms, sirens, everything to alert everyone from the police to the fire department to poison control to anything to protect against burglaries, floods, earthquakes, anything that can harm your home or your loved ones. Simply Safe is on the case 24/7 with award-winning service that it's #1 ranked across all sorts of tech magazines and home magazines. Now they got night vision to spot people at night and the cameras for you to watch. So simplysafe.com/rundown. Do the interactive monitoring system, and that's when you get 20% off, the first month free, and the camera. College football.
Clemson stinks.
Yeah.
And I was in a beef with Clemson fans last week because I tweeted this thing. Look how Dabo makes their entrance all about himself. Did you ever see the video where Dabo runs in front? It's not as cute. Now they're all of a sudden, I got Clemson fans coming back and saying, oh, yeah, he kind of does make it all about himself. As soon as you lose, every college football fan base is a cult. And now the cult is kind of questioning the leaders. But listen, it's just normal for teams not to be elite every single year.
Eventually, you got to have it down here.
We have fallen into this trap in college football where it's been dominated by 3 programs for too long. It's usually cyclical, hasn't cycled in a while, and Clemson's finally starting to cycle down a little bit. And it's fun to watch.
It makes more sense that it wouldn't. I just feel like you dominate recruiting. No, it's like if you're coming out of high school in this era, why would you not go to Alabama, Clemson, or Ohio State? Like what's you know what I mean? So it's like.
But it always cycles like every 20 years, Miami will bubble up and have a dominant run.
Because
USC will bubble up
because some
just get the right guy,
able to grab the right quarterback,
get the right mix of players, and just it takes one, and then it just starts to click, and then something will happen. Like if Clemson missed on DJ, they are beholden to DJ, and if he's not good, he's not as good as Trevor Lawrence, or if he's not as good as Deshaun Watson, they're going to go down. Now it's a little early to say that, but so far. They look really bad. Oklahoma looks bad. Like, there's a lot of teams that look bad.
Oklahoma, dude was getting booed, and they were chanting for the true freshman.
I mean, he stinks. Was he a Heisman favorite this year?
He was a Heisman favorite,
and he has not been playing well at all.
Oh, he's been awful.
Okay, I was going to say, the last time I'm hearing this name, he was like the front runner for the Heisman, and I'm thinking he's already getting booed, but he must be that bad.
Spencer Rattler has been bad.
You know
but
what?
He doesn't help himself either. He carries himself as a cocky motherfucker out there.
Well,
and
when you're on the sideline, you're hearing, we want Caleb.
How could he not?
Oh.
How could he not?
Yeah, he's been told he is since he's 11.
In college football, we give the hype before the performance. We used to give the hype after the performance. Now, DJ, Spencer Rattler, Bryce Young at Alabama, the guy C.J. Stroud at Ohio State. These were 4 of the top 5 Heisman contenders at the beginning of the year. Only Rattler had thrown an important pass. 3 of the 5 had never thrown a pass in college football that meant anything, and we just put him up there.
You think that's like an internet effect? That people are watching these guys in high school and learning about them when they're fucking 12?
I think it's a this era effect, and this era has been dominated by the big programs, and we're trained to say if he's the quarterback of Ohio State, he's going to be great.
Yeah.
If he's the quarterback,
not in the pros.
If he's the quarterback of Oklahoma, he's going to be great.
Bobby Hoyt.
But they've had great quarterbacks, but they've also, they're capable of having a not great quarterback, which they have now. And Oklahoma fans can fuck off with that booing the guy and everything. You guys have been more spoiled than anybody in the fucking country.
To hear we want Caleb in your fucking face.
Yeah.
3 games in when you were like you said, you've been playing bad, but whatever. You were the Heisman favorite. Like, come on, man. A little bit of slack. And then I always, with college, I do always think, I'm like, you're berating a kid and chanting for like a 17-year-old.
A 19-year-old, yeah.
It is brutal, but and Mississippi State, they won.
We're
right?
good. We're good. Yeah, they won.
They won their
Yeah,
football game.
they're fine. Yeah, 3-1.
To the NBA, Kyrie Irving doing Kyrie Irving things. Basically, did this all stem from his aunt? The article with Rolling Stone, or did he? I know that there was an article with his aunt who said if he has a moral issue with the vaccine.
Yeah, he thinks the vaccine is training black people to be robots. Or I don't know. It's like a weird thing that she said, right?
And her quote was like he built the fucking franchise, so like he should get preferential treatment.
No,
basically what it said.
Kyrie did build the Nets. I agree with that.
Yeah,
He certainly built the Nets into what they are today.
Jason Kidd can go fuck himself.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know, man. Like Kyrie. Okay, so
Julius
Kyrie.
Irving didn't exist.
Apparently, Kyrie is unvaxxed.
Yep.
Is anti-vax.
Yep.
And he plays in a city where he can't
gotta
be
be
in the
demanded.
building if he doesn't have the vax.
Brooklyn is going to demand you have to have your vax card.
So
your
he's going
vax
to miss
papers,
41 games.
at least.
What if he's just a genius and has figured out how to play a half season every year?
Well, that's the thing. He basically missed 41 games last year because he didn't want to show up. Now he has an excuse.
That's how Kyrie does it. He'll find a way.
He'll find
Injury.
loophole Irving.
Yep. I mean, and to be, I think he's heavy involved in the players union, right? Like he's, like who knows who else follows in his footsteps or what? This is some shit where, I mean, like if this was Goodell, like the way that they kind of lowered the hammer on times, like the NBA, they let those dudes run wild. And if all of a sudden some people follow suit with Kyrie, this could spiral out of control. This needs to be something where Adam Silver's like, shut the fuck up.
I just think
here's how it's going to be. I don't think he's gonna.
If there's one player who's not going to lead a mass revolt, who's not going to have a bunch of people follow him, I think it's Kyrie. I think he can get in good with he might be big in the administration part of the players union because he has a big name and everything. But when it comes to brass tacks, how many players are following Kyrie Irving? Because that guy's whacked out, man.
I know, but
He's whacked out, but he's pretty fucking good.
Oh, he's a great basketball player.
I mean, maybe not so much him, but a lot of these guys are so tight off the court that, like, if you do get one of them, and you get into the banana boat crowd, you get a couple veterans who buy into it, or at least express some concern or whatever.
Well, it's also.
But it's just like, Kyrie, just shut the fuck up. I mean, how does anybody still like this? Are there Kyrie fans out there still? It's always fucking something.
But this is going to be an issue in every sport or in every walk of life where they say you have to get the vaccine.
Yeah.
Well, look at Jim Irsay talking shit on Carson Wentz.
There are going to be people that don't want to get it and believe a different way. You can't make 100% of people believe 100% of the things 100% of the time. You just can't do it.
But I also think that there's some level. I mean, I don't know the rules of what like private organizations and companies and it's like fine, but here's our rules and like here's how it's going to be.
And but if you paid that guy, if that guy's got $50 million in the bank, what's his incentive to follow your rules?
Right.
He doesn't have it anymore.
Right. I wonder if there's some sort of clauses in your contract that they can, say that this is like you're not getting game checks. This is not guaranteed money if you are choosing. If it's a personal choice or, that's
the thing. It is a private organization. They could make vaccines mandated at this point.
But, a lot of this money's big dollars, all guaranteed.
To me, this is not really about the vax. It kind of is about the vax, but it's not because this is just another in the long line of Kyrie being outside the lines. Mm-hmm. And how much do you punish him as far as, not punish him, but how much do you look down on him because he just will not... He will not get in there. He just won't do it. So,
how crazy that you got a team where Kevin Durant and James Harden are like the quiet ones, like the guys who don't have the issues.
Oh, did you see Letterman though?
Yeah, the people who are not realizing what's going on there. That's disappointing.
I was okay. So I only saw the clip once. Was KD in on it from the start, or did he understand?
I think so, because
had to have been. That was way too quick of a dick response for him not to be.
I think he would be more of a dick or laughing if it was.
If he was okay.
If it was a regular reporter.
Yeah,
was it a virtual press conference or was it in person?
That's a good question. Yeah. In person? Yeah. I mean, when I listened to it, I was like, wait a minute, I know that voice. Yeah. And then I clicked again, and because at first I was ready to clown the guy, whoever it was.
Yeah.
And it turns out to be Letterman. But the people who have not pieced that together and are, like, I saw a lot of people being like, journalism's dead and like all this shit. It's like,
I don't know.
I don't think you play along with that the way he did if you don't know.
I don't know how much I loved it as a one-off, but if Letterman just started going to all sports press conferences and started pointing out the absurdity
what
of
else is he doing?
I would absolutely love that.
You know what? I like Letterman. Send Larry David. Let Larry David do that.
Send a whole team of them. I don't care.
If you ask the real questions that people really want to hear, or funny questions that are quirky and interesting, like Send fucking Frank off. Send whoever to just ask the questions that.
Oh man.
Sports press conferences are among the dumbest things we do in
So
society.
stupid. It's always for like the 1% chance you get fireworks where someone
Right.
actually talks like a human
Playoffs,
or shows some
yeah.
emotion. Yeah.
Or
But
you
for the
get
most
John
part-
Chaney trying to kill John Calipari.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You never
R.I.P.
fucking know.
Favorite clip
I
of
mean,
all time.
when
Rest
we
in-
I'll
interviewed,
fucking kill you.
we had Pete Alonso on the show, and it was like awesome. He's such a fucking personality here in the Mets. He's like so hopefully a big part of the future. But he's media trained now, and it's just like okay, well.
It's all cut and
Yeah,
dry.
great
It's
answer,
all
man. Like,
paint by
smart.
numbers.
As a fan, I love that. I'm like, no drama. But as an interviewer, and,
But we still talk about I'm a man, I'm 40. We still talk
Yep.
about practice. Talking about
yep.
practice, yeah. But those are once in every few years.
if I was really, really good, I would do those all the time.
a player or a comedian.
If I was like locked
you would
in,
put
if I was
those.
LeBron,
I
would
see.
do things like that all the time.
You'd
to be
just
like,
drop it.
I have dozens of these memorable moments off the court because I'm always killing it on the court.
I like that.
Couple non-sports things. This happened last Friday, but we didn't get a chance to talk about it on the rundown. The fucking disclaimer. I say Mario. I don't say Mario. Let's just get that over with.
It's Mario.
Yeah, it's me.
It's Mario, but whatever.
Hey,
So,
Mario.
It's me.
Super Mario, brother.
Excuse
Super
me.
Mario is coming out, an animated movie with Nintendo and Illumination Entertainment, and they presented the cast, the voices, if you will, and people on the internet don't like Chris Pratt anymore, and he is playing Super Mario, and that
People
not
on the
gonna
internet
work.
can go fuck themselves.
Amen, brother. Amen. In all, right, left, blue, red, up,
All
down,
of
left,
them.
right,
Fuck
black,
'em.
white,
Chris
old,
Pratt's
young, fuck
awesome.
'em.
Mario's awesome. Let him play Mario. I don't
Oh,
give a
I
shit.
mean, Tommy, as an Italian, how do you
I'm
feel?
a little offended.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
I mean, where does
Italian
it end?
washing.
That should go to an Italian voice actor of
Yeah.
some sort. Full cultural
You wanted to be
appropriation.
Mario.
I have an
could've
idea.
been Mario. Well, also,
I have an
is
idea.
Chris Pratt going to do an Italian accent?
He said he's working
He has
on it.
to.
So no.
little
Now
problematic, for
there's
being
two ways you can
honest.
go. There's two ways you can go. Bob Hoskins, who played Mr. Smee in Hook, he was the original Mario
And
when
it
they
was
did.
awful.
I don't.
I think that movie gets a
know.
lot more hate than
I
it
think so.
deserves.
I have
really
not
bad.
watched it in a long time, but if you ask him, by the way, there's an interview with him. He said, "What's the worst movie you've ever done?" He said Super Mario Brothers. Like, what's the biggest regret of your career? Super Mario Brothers. He's like, what's the one movie you wish you could do? Super Mario Brothers. Every time. Apparently, they all got injured on the set.
He was
and,
also in Roger Rabbit, right?
yes.
And
Yes.
Hook. Shmee.
So he.
Well, he already said that one.
Yeah, that's how I brought this up.
Shmee.
So he was like the Italian New York version.
Right.
And then there's the Nintendo 64 version where there's a guy who already does the Mario voice. So why didn't he just do the movie?
Because Chris Pratt was available.
I know, but that's what I don't like.
one of the biggest-
Every fucking animated movie now, you just go get celebrities. I'm talking to Coley about this. Like,
This is
it
how you
used to
do
be-
movies, Kevin.
No, but it used to be like this is just a good voice actor.
You
This is
get
a guy who
big
does a good
stars
voice.
and people come watch. That's why Eddie
you
Murphy
don't
was
need-
Donkey.
But like, here's the thing, you don't need everybody to be that guy. Those movies are all going to be big as is.
No, I don't know.
Now
about
you got to
that.
keep up with
Now
the Joneses.
It's,
but
it's the difference between like Ice Age being released to like $1 billion or Ice Age direct to video. If you don't have like.
I think now you're right that you do have to keep up with the Joneses. But I'm just saying
The
it actually
first
sucks for
Aladdin
the movies.
had Robin Williams, made $1 billion. The second
But-
Aladdin didn't, and it went straight to
But
video.
if you look, Robin
Shots
Williams,
fired, Dan
Coley told me this when we were
Castellano.
having our conversation about it. He said, Robin Williams said, I'll do it, but you cannot use me as the promotion because I don't want to kill the voice actor industry.
And they did
And
anyway.
then it
And they
happens.
fucking killed him.
Because there are just good actors,
Robin
there are
Williams
good
killed several
voiceover
things.
people who are probably
But
better than
himself.
Chris Pratt's going to be, but he's not Chris Pratt.
You're an awful person,
You said it.
but you're still awful. It's making fun of Robin Williams' death.
He
Sick
said
man,
it.
a sick disease
I said
man.
Robin Williams killed several things. You said, including himself.
No.
If you'd have just waited a second, and let me finish the joke,
You
I would have
lobbed
got
that
it
up. And, so who's worse?
I know.
You lobbed it up. You
Whatever.
slowed
Robin
it
Williams is
down.
probably worse for stealing jokes during stand-up. But
And
nobody
killing
knows about
himself.
that.
Jesus Christ on that.
He's a murderer. Anything else?
Yeah, but but Chris Pratt did put up an Instagram being like, "I'm working on The Voice. I love this. Like, I grew up on this. I'm so excited." And the internet's just like, "Nah, no."
Can
They
I just?
fucking-
Can I just?
Liberals fucking
It's
hate
a
Chris Pratt.
fucking plumber who goes through pipes and steps on mushrooms, and it's
Goombas.
Goombas. Thank you very much. What?
Yeah.
Why does he have
You know
to
what
be?
I said? It should have been Sebastian Maniscalco's in it as a cameo.
There
He
you
should have
go.
just done Mario. He's doing I can't remember what. It's a small part. He should have just done
I
it.
think
So
getting
some other actors are in there
there's
miscast.
tons.
Who's Toad?
Toad is
Keegan-Michael
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peel.
What?
Yeah.
You're gonna make him like the freaking the freak?
Toad's not a freak.
Toad's a freak.
He's a little tiny mushroom man.
You're a freak. What do you know about video games anyway?
Toad's a little bitch.
I think Seth Rogen's good as Donkey Kong. But I actually think
but that's not even Seth Rogen. It's just like he's gonna be doing the Donkey Kong.
You need like a fat guy who's like a deep voice to do Donkey Kong. I think. You know what I mean?
Doug's?
Doug's is too nice.
Yeah.
You need a little bit more like
DeVito.
rough and tough. People were clamoring for DeVito to be Mario. They were like, "How is this not Danny DeVito?" I mean, I don't know.
DeVito's like 70 years old.
Yeah, he's up there, and I don't necessarily think he'd be like a great. I mean, he's good at whatever he does.
I don't want Mario to be 70.
It's
Can't run around saving princes if you're 70.
I think Mario.
I think Queen's Gambit chick is a great choice for Peach.
That's Queen's Gambit chick?
Yeah.
That's what we're going with?
That's, yeah.
Okay.
Mario's
She
like
has a
30,
name. I don't know
I
what
don't
it
know
is.
it either.
I don't know what it
Anya
is.
Taylor-Joy.
Huh?
Anya Taylor-Joy.
Yes,
Oh,
Anya
look
Taylor-Joy.
at Tommy.
Of course.
He knows the
Fact
fucking voice.
check.
And then Jack Black is Bowser. I don't really like Jack
So when
Black.
Donkey Kong came out, the first Mario game where he was in, it was like 1978, 1980. He was probably 30 years old then. How old's he now?
You don't know how old Mario was when it first came out.
He's at least
First
70.
of all, Bart Simpson came out.
First of all, how
Bart
old do you
Simpson
think
came out in
he
1990. He's still 8 years old, 9 years old. He's
That's
not
because they
old.
said from
What
the beginning
is-
that they don't age.
Mario doesn't age either.
How do you know?
How do you know?
You don't.
Robbie Fox was Mario age? No, sure as fuck don't.
What's Mario's first name?
Mario, right?
Well, it's the
That was
Mario.
all
It's the
Mario.
Mario brothers.
That was Mario, and Luigi Mario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mario is. They confirmed that at like some conference. The head of Nintendo was like, yeah, it's Mario.
Yeah, that was the first time he was ever like asked. He's like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, whatever. Fine. You losers.
works.
Whatever. All right. Anything else? Anything going on inside Barstool? Any big bets won or lost this weekend on
No.
Barstool Sportsbook? Any cities or states opening
We
up?
were in Chicago. It was great. A lot of people came out. to
White
the-
Sox Dave's an animal.
White Sox
Yankees
Dave showed up late and brought his high school baseball coach to take a picture with Dave. He's a fucking creature, man. You didn't see that tweet? Dave tweeted, if anybody had to guess who it was, somebody showed up late to the availability and brought their high school baseball
Because
coach.
they had to eat.
Because they had to eat breakfast, yeah.
And with the express
trough
purpose of
wasn't
getting
He's a
a
fucking
picture for him,
caveman.
or that like the picture just happened, or it was like I brought my coach.
He
'cause
brought
needs
his high school baseball coach.
to hang.
To hang. And the
And
guy's
then
just
said
hanging
Dave
out.
needs a picture.
Yeah, and I saw Dave taking pictures of fans. He's like, Coach, take this picture. Like, the coach was just there being his...
Did the coach realize that he was like, oh, wait a minute, you're an asshole, Dave. I shouldn't be here? Or
I
did
would
he-
assume he's
was
got
he
prior
like,
experience with Dave.
I think
Yeah.
they're probably one of the same.
like, how do you know? All right, so here's a question for you for after show. Who had a worse rundown, who had a worse weekend with Dave interaction? That or Andrew accidentally texting Dave?
The fact that you put a kissy face emoji in there.
So Andrew
that's so funny.
meant to text his girlfriend, somehow texted the Davey Day Trader Global Group group chat
Yeah.
and said like, I got through the gate,
Might get a
Like-
beer.
so I might get a beer with a
If you know
shruggy and a
Andrew,
kissy.
he was sweating that.
Bro, that's the worst.
He was
I don't
sweating
like
that.
doing that to anybody.
Poor
For
guy.
him to do it to Dave, and Dave
Yeah.
not even giving like a inch of slack, being like, hey man, like wrong text, just like stop fucking texting me.
But I just love the way
I'm
Andrew
surprised.
texted back, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one's brutal. That is. Who's the last person at Barstool you would want to miss text? Is it Dave?
Dave, not even
Yeah.
close. Not even close. You can get around anything else. You miss text Dave, that's public right away, possibly.
That's true. I believe someone on my team. Yeah, that was you, right? Something X-rated, right?
You texted E?
You texted Eric or something about like getting head. I think.
No.
What was it?
My best friend's, my roommate's best friend's name is Erica, spelled the same way.
Yeah.
And she asked me why my mom was mad at me. I sent her the video of my mom like being mad at me for talking about Mantis getting head. And I sent it to Erica Nardini instead. And I
At least it was a video that she probably just didn't watch, though. She
Right,
probably, I don't know
No,
what
she
the fuck
probably
this
didn't
is.
respond. But,
Yeah.
like, I wanted to kill myself.
So
I was
we
like,
don't know Erica's opinion on Mantis getting head?
No, I have no idea.
All right,
You know
can
what?
we follow
By
up
the
on
way,
that?
I think too many people have opinions on Mantis getting head. We should just keep them
Well,
off
he
the
keeps
internet.
tweeting it every
I know,
week.
I know. It's like just
Got it for free this
Mantis
weekend.
Yeah.
keep.
It was $8,400 the first time. Now he's getting it for free.
I just
What kind of
can't-
bitch giving Mantis head for free?
I'll tell you this much: you suck Mantis's dick for free.
Like
you
putting a
are,
coat hanger
you
in
are
your
the
mouth.
worst hooker in the. You are the worst female, worst hooker, worst everything in the fucking world, man. That is brutal. That is rock bottom. And I love you, Mantis. I got nothing love, nothing but love for you. No, I do. Listen. I can love a guy and admit that he probably shouldn't be getting his dick sucked for free.
Fair enough.
Fuck. You know?
Good for him. Good for him.
He would agree. But he got it for free, so I mean, you know.
Well, reportedly
Can't
he
knock
got
the
it for
hustle.
free. I mean, I don't think the first time he reported the tweet that he said, "Oh, I also paid for it." So
Well, the first time he said he paid like $8,000 for it. He literally paid $8,000
for a blowjob with a condom on.
Yeah. Madness.
You know what kind of hooker you can get for $8,400? I don't. But you,
Yeah.
do you?
Apparently, wherever he was, one who sucks your dick through a condom.
I guess she took one look at him in blackjack and said, "Jack the price
Well,
up."
I also heard that it was something like every time he had to restart because he couldn't stay hard, she was like another 1,000, another 1,000, another 1,000. So whoever she is, the second chick
she's
is
terrible.
She's a
the
businesswoman.
Yeah.
She's a businesswoman.
Yeah, she's a hustler. The other girl, that's desperate. I don't know who she is.
Sorry.
But
Watch what you
congrats.
say. He's probably still like living here somewhere.
All right. Also, One Bite Pizza now out. You can go get it in your grocery stores. It really is some high quality frozen pizza. I'm not gonna lie.
Everybody, we're doing a one bite. Everybody knows the frozen pizza. Pretty yummy. 9.1. That's a review.
Smart, baby.
Walmart's available and download the Barstool Sportsbook. Virginia was our latest city like a week ago.
No, I don't think Virginia. Tennessee's our last one, I think. We're up at 9.
Latest.
We're at 9 right
and
now.
I do just have to offer, I guess, a condolences or get well soon to Dan because the weekend he had of football, it's unbearable. I mean, eight quarters of football, like again, as an OG Barstool guy to go through a weekend like that it's tough.
Wisconsin's not good. The Bears are not good. So
But those were
but
epically
Wisconsin was
bad
also favored by 6
performances.
points. The Bears have a quote-unquote franchise QB ready to go.
That's tough.
You need a little something.
Yeah, that's not enjoyable. All right.
Go Birds.
Hoodie,
Money line.
Philly hoodie
Oh, right.
patch.
What?
Philly hoodie patch.
Yes,
game.
Barstool Sportsbook. Philly bet tonight. You bet on the Eagles game. You get a nice Philly hoodie. It's got a nice logo.
Those are all
Philadelphia,
cool hoodies,
All right
the
here, ready to
giveaways.
go.
it's got a what?
Nice Philadelphia logo, all ready to go. It's actually nice. It's like yellow.
Win or lose, right? You put up like
I believe
No.
they
You
gotta
have to
cover
bet
the
on
spread.
Eagles and they have
You
to
gotta-
cover.
Yes. Bet on the Eagles,
Totally
cover
wrong,
the
never mind.
spread, which shouldn't be an issue. Eagles gonna roll tonight. Dallas sucks. Jalen Hurts first touchdown. Glory to God in the Hurts.
famous last words from a guy whose team's gonna lose.
Yankees
It's
hope the
not-
Red
it's not
Sox
even
do.
close.
And the Yankees.